And hello, everybody, and welcome back to, I think, our fourth podcast and third interview of this series. And today we have VRCentral as our guest. And I think that most people already know who Wise is. But I would like to start kicking this interview off with just the basic questions, and let's start with Wise. Tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from, how old are you? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not really much to tell. I mean, I'm kind of just a guy who enjoys playing virtual reality. Grew up in the southeast of the United States. I started out, like, I remember in high school, they one of my friends was like obsessed with a demo that he heard about at Best Buy for a VR headset, and I tried out the VR headset for the first time as the Gear VR and fell in love with it right then and there. And went out and like upgraded because it was that VR headset you had to put your phone into. So then I like slapped my phone into, or I went and upgraded my phone that week just so I could have a phone that was compatible with it because I loved it so much. And then I started just getting into VR after that. Kind of just moved on to the PC VR of the Oculus Rift a few years later, whenever it came out, and then just kept going with it. Watched it evolve over time into all these different headsets that are behind me.
Yeah, the room that you're sitting in looks really lit. How many headsets do you have there?
Oh God. Well, I mean, so I mean, the shelves go down. Right now I'm on a standing desk, so there's more. I think in total, including another headset that I have that's on the way because I'm upgrading from the big screen beyond 1 to the 2. I think I've got like I want to say like 14 headsets in total.
Which one have you used the most?
Um, I'd say it's probably a three-way tie between the Quest 3, the Valve Index, and the big screen beyond.
All right. Always VR, or have you also different question. When you started streaming, and we're gonna go back to that part as well, like before and everything. But all your content, is it all VR based, or did you do other content as well before?
No, I didn't do anything flat screen related before. It was I just started out in VR and then just kept going on from there. Like I of course play other games in my spare time. Uh, like 2 days ago, I had started a Minecraft like a modded Minecraft server with some of my buddies and all that, where it's like it's really heavily modded with a bunch of stuff to be able to do in there. It's Minecraft with, I think it's a mod pack called All the Mods that slams like 490 mods into there, and it's just fun to be able to like see all the different things you can craft and do in there and all that. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, like I will all of my content has always been VR related. But I of course play other stuff like outside of like streaming and making videos because I just love gaming. I mean, that's like the number
Yeah.
one thing I love to do.
Around what age do you think you started gaming?
You know what? That my earliest conscious memory was like my family was moving into a new house, and my mother packed the little like a small TV in a recliner at the very back of the moving truck. And so
Mm-hmm.
then whenever we had moved into the new house, she like took my brother and I upstairs, put the TV on the floor, sat us in the recliner, and said, sit here and don't get in the way of us moving these heavy things around, because they were concerned that we were going to walk underneath them and get like slammed by a bed frame or something. So like I literally remember being sit in front of a TV with a Nintendo 64 playing Mario Kart. That was like one of the first memories I remember having.
And if you would look back into your gaming past, was there like any particular reason what brought you into creating content?
You know what? I actually know exactly what it was. It was back in college, and I was going through like a really rough emotional time during that, and like I literally just locked my I didn't have classes for a while for some reason I can't remember, but I remember like locking myself in my dorm for days and I just didn't even leave or do anything. Like some days I just couldn't even eat. And then
Oh.
I just literally was not happy at all. And then I remember randomly turning on the TV one day and seeing a content group known as Achievement Hunter. They don't make content anymore, unfortunately. Their group kind of disbanded more or less, but like I remember watching them and like I had no idea what game they're playing. I didn't understand anything about it, never seen
Mhm.
it before, but just their dialogue and them like riffing back and forth and everything made me laugh so much when like nothing else made me happy at that time. And I was like, and then whenever I kind of slowly came out of that situation I was in, I looked back on it and I was like, I had this sudden epiphany of like, there is 7 billion people on this planet right now. Like, I cannot be the only one that can be going through a rough time like that. And
No.
so I was like, if I can just play games and have fun and be myself and bring other people the same kind of joy that Achievement Hunter brought me, then I'd say that's worth it at the end of the day to me. Like, it's worth all the time and effort and everything like that that I put into it.
Okay. That's and you said that time that it didn't go so well with you was during college. Like, what did you go to? Like, did you study anything that could be game related or editing wise, or did you do something totally different?
It was actually totally different, and I can even it's also ties into that same question about why I kind of started like a I mean like you're seeing me right now, but it's kind of like a faceless type channel because I know you were wanting to talk about that as well.
Hmm.
What'd you
Okay.
say? I think your mic cut out.
My mic cut out. My mic literally just cut out for a sec, but doesn't matter. Um, and how long are you a content creator now?
um, I started uploading in college at I want to say it was like I think I put up my first video in like 2018, but
Hmm.
like I didn't even really start trying to make it into like a channel with like consistent uploads and all that stuff until about like a year and a half ago, I think.
And have you always done it alone, or do you have a team working behind the scenes?
I for pretty much like 99% of it has always been all me all the time. The like you know, recording all my own stuff, scheduling all my own stuff, editing all my own stuff. Only recently within the past I'd say like 9 months have I started trying to like reach out and have other people kind of edit that kind of stuff for me. Just because it's like I can get the time in the day to be able to go back and edit. And sometimes I like editing my own stuff because it helps me kind of put like I know my own creativity and all that. But the trade off of spare time of like being able to just sit down and breathe and not work for a few hours in the day is real it's really nice to be able to just kind of step away from all of it for a little bit and be able to spend time with my girlfriend or be able to play games with my friends and not have to have like you know my content brain going 24/7.
I love your answer because I get the question from time to time when people are like, "I want to start streaming. What do you advise me to do, or what can I expect?" Yada 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 yada. And let's just ask the question to you: like, if you would take us in a day of VRCentral, or maybe a week or a month, how much time wise are you spending on actual streaming, editing, uploading YouTube videos, doing marketing, PR, responding to people's messages? How much time does it take away from your life, and probably go to your prime time when you were like fully into it?
I mean, that's kind of where I'm at now is like I'm
Oh,
fully into it. Like the
cool.
I mean, even now because even right now, whenever I offloaded that editing stuff um to other people, it allows me to be able to do more stuff. So like I uh and branch out. Like for example, I started a second YouTube channel that just hit YouTube partner. And like that,
Congratulations.
you know, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to spend more time recording and making scripts and figuring out what I want to record on if it wasn't for me being able to like branch out and have other people edit. But as far as like everything you're saying with, you know, the messages and trying to, you know, work out deals with people that are talking to me and all that stuff, I'd say I probably spend like it's somewhere like 18 hours a day most days doing all
There
that.
you go.
Like
There you go.
I will substitute sleep to be able to get stuff done sometimes.
Yeah.
And like it really drags on you for a while, but like, you know, the I'm you have to start somewhere. Everybody's got to get on that grind. You can't just say like, "Oh, I, you know," because that's the thing that most people don't really understand is that they want to just say like, "Oh, I just want to be a famous creator like Markiplier," and they don't, and they just see how popular he is and how everybody loves him, but they don't see behind the scenes. They never saw the, 10 years ago what he was doing and the grind that he was on, and like, trying to build up to what he is now, and try and like, constantly having to change up his stuff. Like if you saw his thumbnails 10 years ago, they were the most like bland things imaginable compared to now. But like, that's what people wanted back then. That was the style that people wanted back then. You're constantly having to reinvent yourself, think of new ideas, and constantly be on that grind, thinking of the next thing in order to kind of keep your head above water and make a living out of it.
Do you feel like that you got, because you actually started with YouTube, eh? You didn't start streaming on Twitch, if I'm correct.
Uh, yeah. So that was actually something. That was something that I had started, like after I started with YouTube, because at the time when I started YouTube, I was like uploading occasional videos in college, and like there were at that time it was like it would sometimes take me like a month to edit a video just because I had classes, and I was also working a full-time job at the time too, because I was like trying to work to pay to go to college. Um, and so like I had all this time into there, didn't really have a whole lot of time to edit, and I was starting to have a small following, and the people that were enjoying what I was doing was like, hey, I love your stuff. I don't want to have to wait an entire month just to see you. And so I was like, well, what do you want me to do? I can't put more time into this. And they're like, well, if you're going to spend like an hour or two at the end of the night gaming, just stream it. And then I just started doing that. Just because I was like, now that I've started to build up streaming, there's a lot of stuff that has to go on the back end of like, making sure all your alerts are set up, and putting plugins and things for viewers to be able to interact with and all that. And, that stuff does take up a lot of time, but on the forefront of just like clicking a button and going, most of the time it's a lot less than having to record and edit and do all that. So I put that in there as like being able to have something for people to see me while they're still waiting for the next video to come out.
Yeah. Uh, uh, I'm not sure how it is for everybody, because everybody has a different route they take in on YouTube or Twitch or whatever. Like I remember when I was streaming Tarkov, there was a moment where I accomplished something, and that actually made my channel grow, and I got my Twitch partnership and everything really fast after that. How was that for you? Do you think it was because of the slow building community and putting all the hours in it, or was there some specific game that you played that really draw the attention that made everything explode? Like, how did it go for you?
Are you talking about with like my YouTube or Twitch or what?
Let's start on YouTube, because how many subscribers do you have on YouTube?
I think I've got 360K now.
Yeah, so they came from somewhere. Like, do you feel like that was from a specific period of a specific game? Was that like a consistent growth over the years of building that channel? And of course, you have growth over the years. I understand, but did
Yeah.
you had a moment where you felt like, okay, shit, stuff is going crazy right now. It's going fast.
I did. I did very much so. It was actually this past year, where I started trying to expand out a little bit of what I do. Like, on Twitch, you'll normally always see me play something FPS related, because that's kind of like where I get the most enjoyment out of, is like different types of FPS stuff, being able to play, especially multiplayer FPS stuff, and getting to play with my buddies and all that, and just all the random things that can happen. But um on YouTube, I started to kind of branch out a little bit and realize like, virtual reality is a niche in of itself. Like, and trying to do VR FPS stuff specifically is a niche inside of a niche. And like, yes, you'll have people that you will have people that are more dedicated. Like you'll have more dedicated followers by being a niche inside of a niche, but like it's not gonna have that larger growth unless you learn like I can do other things. And so I started trying to expand out into like VR sandbox type games where you just kind of go in there, do whatever, and there's not really like a purpose to what you're doing. You're just kind of goofing around. And because I'm like very neurodivergent and my brain is just all over the place all the time, people would sometimes see that type of chaos in something like Contractor Showdown, and sometimes they'd be turned off by it because they're like, oh, why isn't he playing the game how you're supposed to? Why isn't he using the meta and doing this and that? And they would be sometimes upset that I'm not like, that I'm not doing what other people are doing. And they would be turned off by that. But whenever I'm in like a VR sandbox type game where it's designed for everybody to play it differently and be chaotic, that's where all the followers started to come from. And I went from the past several years of building up a small following on YouTube, going to 50K subs after several years. I went from 50K to 300K by the end of the year. Like I went from I think it was like the end of May I had 50K subs in 2024. Um
Damn.
and then I went from 50K to in December I had 300K like at the end of that year, and it was just insane. See, like
Yeah.
being able to branch out and be like, oh, somebody may not like FPS stuff. Now they can see me because it's not all FPS stuff. It's everything.
Did that also do something with you as a person by growing so fast? Like, did you feel like responsible for like putting more videos online or whatsoever? Because I'm not, I don't want to call it like instant fame or whatsoever, but it
Yeah.
might do something with the psychological pressure that you maybe experience. Like, did that do anything with you? Like, did you feel any pressure on uploading more or doing more or investing more money slash time into your content?
It did to a sense. Like unfortunately, it was something I really couldn't even capitalize on at the time. Like like at the time, um, whenever I was making videos on YouTube and everything, even at 50K subs, like it all depends on viewership and like, yes, I was getting some viewership and all that, but with the monetization that I was getting at the time, I wasn't really having like a whole bunch of blow up videos or anything. And so at the time it wasn't even enough to pay my grocery bill. Like
Oh,
I couldn't do anything with it. And so I was like as of like at the time before I blew up and everything, I was still working a full-time job. I was
yeah.
working at a VR studio, and it was a startup company. And if anybody knows anything about startup companies, like you got to put in more work for less pay sometimes. And
Yep.
like it was, I was working day in and day out. I was waking up at 7 a.m. and working for that company until I went to bed at like 2 a.m. in the morning, then waking up and doing it again. And it was a grind for a long time. And that blow up happened while I was still working for them. And to be honest, I was scared, because I was like, I could just jump ship with the company and
Yeah.
try to go into the stuff full time. And because at the time I was really stretching myself like mentally and physically to just get up one full video upload per week.
Mhm.
Um, and even with that, like during that blow up time, whenever I was having all the viewership, with one video upload per week, I was making more than I was at the startup company. Um,
That's crazy.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but like and so I was like, what if I did two per week? What if I did three? Whatever.
Yeah.
And like I didn't even have the time in the day to go search for an editor, so I was still doing all that stuff myself. And it was something where it was like I want to capitalize on this at the time, but the only way I could do that is just fully quitting the company and all that. And for one, the people who hired me on, I knew them beforehand. They were my friends. Like I didn't want to just abandon them like that. And then also, I was like, the algorithm is a cruel mistress, and I was like, I feel internally, I was so scared that I was like, if I just jump ship and try to make 2, 3 uploads a week to double or triple my income or whatever, for all I know, everybody could just stop watching tomorrow, and then all of a sudden I would have nothing, and I wouldn't be able to pay rent, and I was scared to kind of capitalize on that situation at the time. So
Do you
so
regret
I
it?
didn't. I mean, to a sense, I would wonder what happened.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to wonder what the life could have been like if they made a different decision. But I mean, I did the safe route that I needed to at the time in order to have a stable
Yeah.
income for myself, and like, you just got to move forward in life.
Yeah, I think it's a really realistic choice that you made there because a lot of, especially Twitch related, a lot of people that are big on Twitch is because of one specific type of game. And then when they start playing something else, you see their viewers drop with almost 80%. The 20% that
Yeah,
stays is the community, and the 80% that leaves is there for the game. Uh, I don't have that experience personally how that is with YouTube, but on live streams you definitely notice the difference. Like I end my streams sometimes with playing some Beat Saber, and that 9 out of 10 times halves my viewers. And I know in the back of my head that 1/3 of that half are lurkers. They are all sleeping and still have the PC on. So it doesn't.
yeah, no, it definitely happens whenever I'm
Yeah.
getting late into the night too. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
yeah, like I get what you're saying. Like, there's some games that bring in more viewership than others. Like, I'll be playing Contractor Showdown, and I might have like 40 people in there or something. But then I'll play, like yesterday I was doing, and I don't know if anybody else in chat has tried this, but if you haven't, you really should. If you love Halo, there was a mod that came out a few months back, or more than a few months back, but it was they fully took Halo 1
Mhm.
and like in fully recreated everything to be in VR. Like, no one else has done that before and released it to the public. And so like you're able to just go play the full Halo 1 campaign in VR. I was in my with my VR hands, I was able to take a pistol and pistol whip a grunt. I was like going around the corner and seeing a bunch of enemies, and I was like, "You in Master Chief's territory now!" And I was like holding the pistol sideways, going, "Pop, pop."
That is so awesome.
It's so like ridiculous seeing all the stuff with VR and everything, and everything you can do in there. Like the full 6 DoF motion. That's why I don't understand how some people are just like so toxic about virtual reality. Like, I've met some people that will just shit on games and say like, "Oh, this is the worst thing imaginable. This looks stupid. It looks gross," just because it's in VR and they want it to be on their Xbox or they want it to
Yeah.
be on their PC, and because they can't play it, they say that it looks awful because they're just not into VR, and they're just lash out because of that. And it's crazy. Like, even with the I don't know if anybody has seen it, but the
I'm gonna
Deadpool VR
interrupt
game
you.
that's coming out.
Gonna interrupt you
What'd
for
you say?
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question from Bodding. What was the game he was saying has the Halo campaign mod?
Oh, it's like it's literally Halo 1. Like, it's not a game that they like recreated Halo inside. There is I could probably find a link but the and put it into your Discord at the end of the stream. But there's like a tutorial online about how you can like you literally install like original PC Halo 1 Combat Evolved, and you install these mods, change a few numbers in a config file, and it like ports it into VR through Steam VR on your computer.
Yeah, so it's not for standalone, only for Steam PC VR.
Yeah, there is, if you want to experience Halo on standalone, it's not the same, but there is an OG Contractors mod on
Yeah, I've
like
heard about that.
yeah, there's the Contractors mod for Halo. Really fun. Like, I can literally be an elite running at somebody with a plasma repeater, and I was just going warp, 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 warp.
You were saying something about a Deadpool game?
Oh yeah, dude, that Deadpool game is a lot of fun. They gave a few creators access to try it before it comes out in like late fall this year. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say like the combat is groundbreaking and like it looks like the most visually beautiful thing or whatever, but it looks like those original like cartoonish style Deadpool games. They like fully like 3Dified all of like the cartoon Deadpool games and like put it into VR. And some of the commentary in there is hilarious. Like, even within the first few seconds that you're playing it, um, like, he wakes up with his head on a table, and he's like you can hear his voice inside of his head,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Why do I sound echoey?" Oh, internal dialogue. And he just
Oh
starts
wow.
making like obscure meme references. He's like, "Damn, Daniel, Pepperidge Farm remembers." And like it's so stupid. And like just the commentary alone made me want to play that game more.
What is since we're talking about like we're going all over the places. What is the best game you ever played in VR in your opinion? So no,
Oh god.
different I should maybe ask it different. If we're saying the best game, that's wrong, but which game did you got the most energy, fun, like what was the most wholesome for you?
I would say the most wholesome was probably having like OG contractors nights with some of
Mm,
my community and my friends and all that. Like, it's the amount of mods you can go into there is fun, and like whenever you're playing with your friends and all that, you get people that all have a good energy. They're there to have a good time. We would have like full lobbies of like 8v8 playing OG contractors until midnight or whatever, and we're going in there like mixing and matching all the mods and all that, because there's no restriction on contractors to the maps versus the loadouts that you use. So we're
mm.
like doing Star Wars Battlefront loadouts on like a Halo map, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, this is cursed. Why are we here?" like I'll see droids going on like Halo gravity lifts, and it's so funny to see that.
Is there like any other game you're currently working on for your YouTube content besides Contractors? Because I know that you haven't played in a while.
Yeah, I took a small break from Contractors just to try to like catch up on some of the games I took breaks from over the time. One game that I enjoyed getting back into, it is an older game, but I enjoyed lately playing that the Rick and Morty VR game because of the new Rick and Morty season that came out recently. And I've been playing that a lot. I've also been getting a little bit into it's been a long time since I played Pokemon, but they had a full
Pokemon VR?
Pokemon VR game. Yeah.
What?
Have you not seen that?
No.
I'll send you a video. I just made a video about it a few days ago and uploaded it on my YouTube. The intro is literally me like facing away from the camera, putting on the headset. There's like all this smoke around, and I'm wearing like a professor's lab coat, and I'm like, there's a new professor in town, and I whip around and I'm like, and he's about to teach you Thunderbolt. Oh wait, you're not Pikachu. And I'm like just staring at Squirtle.
Wait. You're literally telling me that there is a Pokemon video on your YouTube?
Yeah, I've just sent it to you in the DMs.
I can't open DMs right now.
You're
Because
okay.
then your webcam goes off.
Oh. Do you need me to send it to you, send it in the actual like Twitch chat?
I think I found it 4 days ago.
There's finally.
Let me see.
It was me throwing a Pokeball at a Squirtle as the thumbnail.
It has a different size, but let's just see if this is gonna work out with the podcast, because
I mean, it should be 19. It should be a 16:9 aspect ratio. That's what I upload all my stuff on.
Yeah, but I gotta check the podcast. Let me see real quick. Boom, there we go. So I just need to change one little thing here because I already see the what changed here.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I see that it's like not centered.
Yeah, it's not centered at all. So we're gonna change that real quick because I changed them for the clips that that you sent me. But since you said that, I'm now so curious.
Are you? I didn't realize you were this big of a Pokemon fan.
Yeah. So
there's two different versions. This one is just called Pokemon VR, and it's got like full like 3D rendered Pokemon in there. But then there's also Poke Quest, which gives you the feeling of like the 2-dimensional like pixelated Pokemon and all that.
Okay. I'm just gonna play a little bit. Like, is there any place specific that we should watch, like the first 2 minutes, or?
Yeah, you can start out in the intro, and then if you want to see the combat, we can like fast forward to that part.
All right, let's play.
There's finally a new professor in town, and he's about to teach you Thunderbolt. Oh wait, you're not Pikachu. Hello, internet. Welcome to some Pokemon in virtual reality.
This
or
looks
maybe
cool.
we should say legally.
And you're dressed up like Professor Oak.
That Nintendo doesn't take down all of our. Look, I am my own professor. All right, you know, Professor Oak wanted to be all fancy. He graduated from Poke University. I got my degree online. I see that you graduated from Poke University. Well,
that is so sick.
That's what I said in the intro. I thought this is the part. Online. They seem to like you. Pick your favorite one. Thank you. Now I can start my adventure. See, I remember these.
Who are you gonna go for?
Oh, you're gonna see it in a minute. Snappy and Overgrowth. Oh, wait, it says their names. You know, I feel like everybody always picks you. You're what everybody picks whenever they don't. I have to give everyone in the I gave everyone that I captured and battled all legally distinct names so Nintendo wouldn't come after me. With my immense knowledge of being the professor, I'm sure I'm gonna have no problem being the.
You chose fucking Squirtle. Okay.
All right, Snappy, go show this guy what happens.
This is a fight.
I have literally never once picked Squirtle anytime I've ever played Pokemon. But I was like, hey, time to try something new. Show him what those football lessons did. Tackle. Oh, I think I lost. Yeah, hi nurse, my Pokemon kind of sucked. Can you heal him? Snappy.
Can you heal him?
First fight to a guy with an
I'm gonna look for a fight.
Well, yeah, he got his ass kicked by licking tongue.
We just lost to a guy with a tongue. I'm guessing we have a fight somewhere here.
Yeah, anytime you see the little menu right there. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's gonna come here. Okay.
All right, Squirtle, hit him with that tail again. Nothing happened. Ask devs.
Ask devs? What?
Yeah, sometimes if there's like a bug, it'll just say something went wrong. Ask the devs, and he just has a frowny face. I'm like, are you serious?
Oh my god.
Squirtle, hit him with a tackle. He fainted. I win again. I'm so good at Pokemon. What just happened?
I just saw the comment. Wait, what is?
Why? You know what, Squirtle?
Like I was just looking at the chat and saw that somebody mentioned something about Squirtle.
Sorry,
Yeah.
legally distinct purple rat. Squirtle, beat the crap out of the copyright. All right, Squirtle.
Oh, because the longest tongue. It blurred it for me.
I gain 20 XP and I win. Now, Ronnie.
Oh, dude, have you ever seen? There is one of the worst Pokemon. I'm gonna change scenes real quick again. This is cool.
Yeah.
Check this out. There is such a funny Pokemon. I don't know how to call it, but it's like there's some YouTuber. He picked like all the Game Boy and Nintendo games. And then he has a video that's, I think it's named In Search of the Shiny Gold Bidoof. And he does everything that you are not allowed to do. Like, in his first Pokemon fight, he has a Kakuna. And he throws the Kakuna towards the other Pokemon, saying, do headbutt. And then the Pokemon literally dies. And, like, it's the darkest of darkest Pokemon humor with everything that doesn't make sense. It is so fucking funny. That video is so foul. Yeah.
I had an instant, because it's in VR and you can kind of move wherever you want. I was like, there was like literally just the small 10-year-old bug catcher that you face in the woods, and I'm like, all right, little Timmy, let's leave our Pokemon out of this and settle this mano a mano. And I was just punching the crap out of him.
Yeah, I just wanted to show you this part of that video. That's the only thing I want to show real quick. Then we're gonna go back to everything about you. But I just have to show this.
No, you're good.
I'm not sure if you can watch this with audio, but this is
I'll be able to unmute.
This is so bad. You ready?
Yeah.
Pokemon rival?
Gosh, sure thing, mister.
All right, battle
It'll be a little
time.
late for me.
I choose you, Pikachu.
That's a Kakuna.
I know. I named it Pikachu after my hero's favorite Pokemon.
Okay, go Rattata!
Pikachu, use headbutt.
Rattata! No!
We win. Great job, Pikachu.
This is a video of 47 minutes, huh? This is like a full series.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to remember who that was. It was by Dorkly. I've seen so many of their videos.
He is so good.
I
man.
remember seeing the original video where they were like the shiny Bidoof got created. It was literally because of I don't know if you saw it. There was just a pile of Bidoof corpses that all got meshed and everything, and then from the ashes of all the dead Bidoofs, a giant buff golden Bidoof rises out of it. It was so cursed. Oh,
I know, if you're a Pokemon lover, it is against everything that you stand for, but come on, and sometimes it's just really good to watch something like that. The one of the best parts in that video is literally the start, where he goes to Professor Oak, and he is like, you can pick your Pokemon, and then he says, I want to have that Pokemon, and that's the Kakuna laying on some papers, and his response is, that's a Pokemon? I thought that was a paperweight.
No, I think I remember that. Oh my god.
You can come up with that shit. That's so funny. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, and that kind of riffing and just regular, you just having random stuff that comes up to you that you just act out and all that. That's kind of what my videos have turned into, rather than just being I'm playing an FPS game and sometimes I get kills and sometimes funny stuff happens, and I do kind of miss that public trolling that I used to do and stuff like that with people. But people do enjoy seeing they don't know what's gonna happen next or whatever. There was at one point in there later on in the video where I couldn't afford the Pokeballs and the healing potions I was trying to get, so then I had to rob the store. I robbed the Pokemart.
Have you also played Pokemon Go?
I did. I used to. I tried it. I think it came out while I was in high school, and then tried it a little bit during that. Gave up on it for a little bit, and I only downloaded it for a year at one point. Whenever I moved into this place that was downtown, whenever I was getting my degree, and it was like heaven for anybody who loves Pokemon Go because of the positionality of where I was in. I could sit in my living room and access 2 Pokestops and a gym. I was in the best geographical location to play that game.
Yeah, I have the worst location. Like, I do have one Pokestop if I'm correct. Like, I had Nagalfar at my home 2 weekends ago, and he plays Pokemon Go. I think, yeah, I should have one Pokemon Pokestop at my home, but everything else is it's not far away, but like going out of the house and
Well,
Nah.
and I bet you Pokemon Go is the reason why we have some of these like safety restrictions on the meta and all that, where they're like, oh, don't take it outside because most people don't know how the sun actually affects a VR headset. Like it's because I've played plenty of games. I've played one of the videos that you can see earlier on my channel. I played I've done it like on 3 different videos, I think, but I've played a game that was like a fan-made Minecraft, but I
Yeah.
played it in full mixed reality outside. So like the Quest will like scan the floor and everything like that, and I'm able to just take a pickaxe and just hit the floor, and it just takes like a chunk block out of my
I've
floor.
heard
And I'm
about
like
that. Yeah.
building a shack in my backyard and stuff with a lava moat, like in mixed reality. And people were just screaming at me in the YouTube comments. And they're like, "You're a freaking idiot. Do you not know you're melting your Quest?" And I'm like, that's not how that works. Like,
Yeah.
Meta just doesn't want to explain the safety restrictions and like what the sun can actually do to certain parts of your Quest. It's easier for them to say, just don't bring it outside.
Yeah.
So that way they don't have any lawsuits. Because if they try to explain it and somebody doesn't listen, then they're going to get hit by a car and they're like, oh, well, they
Yep.
didn't tell me I couldn't play Showdown out in the middle of the street. Like,
no, Gorilla
people
Tag.
are stupid. Yeah, that. People are stupid. They don't read. Like, and I'm guilty of that as well. Like, I'm not a very big, like, oh, I'm going to read the instruction manual, I'm just going to try to put it together myself kind of guy. And sometimes I have those have consequences, and I'll accept that. If I try to do something and I'm not prepared for it, then I have to deal with the consequences of my own actions. But
Yeah.
whenever I was like, I want to know how the Quest affects the headset, I did the proper research to make sure it wasn't gonna explode. I was like, I want to know what happens. And because they don't want to do the research, they'll do nowadays, because we're in a day and age of everybody having access to the internet and everybody's so like reliant on Google, they will do like one Google search and say, oh, I did my research,
Yeah,
because
I
they
did my
looked
homework,
at the
yeah.
text that pops up without even clicking on a link from looking at Google, and they're like, oh, I know everything.
Yeah, a lot of people are like that.
It's yeah.
Yeah, in my
Like
work,
I
even
was trying
have
to explain to
customers that
people
do
about
that.
how they discontinued the Quest 2, and people were freaking out because they were like, oh my god, oh, I'm not going to be able to play my headset. I'm like, no, they discontinued the manufacturing of the Quest 2. You can still play your Quest 2. Like, the software is still there. It's still playable. And then I was having people just yelling at me in the comments because they would see the title of like Meta discontinued the Quest 2, and then they would go and do a Google search, then come back to the video without watching the video at all, and just go like, you're an idiot. I did my
Yeah.
research. Meta said that they're not going to discontinue the Quest 2 for blah, 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 blah years. And I'm like, yes, that is the software. I literally, within the first 10 seconds, you can tell that I'm talking about the hardware.
Yeah, it's 2 different things. Let's swap subjects because we were going all off on Pokemon and everything. But I am loving the vibe. I'm loving the vibe. It's so good. We just talked about YouTube and everything, but I find this really interesting because we have talked about this before off stream as well. But what are your Twitch experiences compared to YouTube? Like, are there like things that you have issues with? Is it easy for you? Like, how is the actual live streaming compared to making videos for you, based on your vibe, your energy, everything?
I mean, I'd say it's not really anything where I need to like change who I am or anything.
No.
Like, I'm always the same me. But the as far as like the live stream experiences and all that, the reason why I still use Twitch is because I enjoy the viewer interaction aspect of it over here more than YouTube. Like, YouTube has gotten better in some respects with all that stuff, but like the thing I like about Twitch is like the channel points, how you can have plugins where people
It's
can
so
donate
good.
bits and it does something to your stream. Like there's so much more interactability and interconnectivity with your viewers on Twitch versus YouTube. I do like that YouTube is so easily and freely accessible. Like anytime that you like buy a new phone, YouTube is on there by default and you're able to go and watch YouTube videos without even signing into an account. So like in that respect, it's easier for people to find your streams and you can get larger viewership to where like sometimes I think whenever I had that YouTube channel blow up and all that, there were times I would do YouTube streams occasionally, like once every few weeks or so, and I would do it for like 2 hours. And even just during that 2 hours, there were certain times where I would peak at like I think like 3,000 people on YouTube all watching at the same time. And it was like, that kind of viewership is crazy. Like I would never be able to get that kind of stuff on Twitch, but like I just enjoy the
It's hard to get.
interactability on
It's
Twitch so much more.
It is really hard to get, especially on a VR community base, because like I have had close to that amount of viewers on Twitch while playing Tarkov, but like if I look at Tarkov, you can't compare it with like something like Counter-Strike or League of Legends, but if you can become like a big name for a long time or just a short while in a really popular game, only then it's like possible. What I really notice in the VR community is that it's still pretty small. I feel like the actual hype is not there yet, or it already burned out. I'm not really sure which one of the two it is. I'm not sure if you have an opinion about that.
I'd sometimes I feel a little bit burnt out with like playing some games and stuff like that. I mean, I think that's also why I just wanted to try to like take a small break from Showdown and try to play other games and stuff. Not because I didn't enjoy Showdown at all. Like I still love it. It's still one of my favorite games, but the like if you play the same thing day in and day out, you will eventually burn yourself out on it. And it's like I wanted to kind of cut it off before I felt burnt out. I didn't want to just continue to play the same thing until that burnout happened, and then I end up not enjoying Showdown as much.
If we would hop towards Contractors as well, because these are podcasts about the streamers, the community, but we are also talking a bit about Contractors, of course. We also have some clips ready for the chat and everything, but like, what is your opinion right now about Contractors? Like, let's keep it positive and otherwise constructive feedback, but based on the wipe that you played, like, how was your experience this wipe?
I loved it. Like it's, I'm not going to sit here and say that it's all sunshine and rainbows all the time. There were, of course, like certain glitches and things you had to work around. Like, as you know, with somebody who was like very early on in the task and all that, sometimes there was no guidance. Like it would say, like, I know, for example, we spent like a full like 8 hour, I think we spent like probably 12 hours on stream, not knowing where the hell to drop off the phone at the fountain. For Maximilian's phone.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, drop it off at the fountain. We saw a big ass fountain, wouldn't let us put it in there. And then it was like, oh no, you have to go like all the way over here. And there's a tiny fountain on the fucking wall. And I'm like, you are kidding me. I was so upset.
I found it and I was like, Fast, we're gonna act cool. We're not gonna say anything about it. And we're gonna keep our mouth shut for at least 3 days. Just to get that advantage.
Some of those tasks, that's what I did enjoy about the tasks on there. It wasn't repetitive. Like, yes, there were times where it'd be like, oh, you just have to kill enemies. Like, that occasionally pops up. Like, sure, I don't mind that at all. But, like, it wasn't just, you have to go in, kill 5 enemies, leave, go in, kill 5 enemies, leave. Yeah. And it wasn't anything like that. It was always like, it was always something, it always felt new and unique, even if it was within the same concept. It was like, you'd have to go in and get an item. You'd have to go in and drop off an item, but it'd be in different places. It'd be different items. Like there was some kind of difference that you always felt every time you're doing these tasks and all that. And it really kept you on your toes. Like it
feels refreshing.
It allowed me to enjoy it from the task. I didn't enjoy having a smaller starting bunker, but like, I did it, but like realistically looking at it, it persuades you to have that grind. You have that starter bunker being smaller, so you are more inclined to go into the grind and do more and continuously try to improve and all that. And I think that's part of what I did enjoy about that as well. There are like some things I wish that were better, like the key rack didn't give nearly enough spots. I'm still using a backpack for all my keys.
I
Because
use dude, I forgot. The kiosk. That's where all my keys are.
Yeah, it just gets so crowded in there for me. I just put them in a backpack.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, it's but yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed it overall. I think that I think they did a really great job. You know, of course, there were some bugs and glitches and all that, and some things I wish about the task that were more descriptive and everything. But like you know, you're never gonna have anything in the world that's gonna be perfect ever.
No.
Like I think that for the resources that they had and switching from a battle royale to an extraction shooter, trying it out for a first time in the last season, hearing the feedback from the community, going back in and doing another wipe, I think they did a great job.
Yeah, I totally agree. Funny thing, if you would be able to change something or add something towards the next wipe, knowing what you already know, like we're gonna get a new map, we're gonna get the gunsmithing or gun assembly or whatever you want to call it, spray paints and everything. Is there like something in the game that you would like to add if you were allowed to choose one thing?
I absolutely know what that would be. That would be allowing bunker reconfiguration. So like being able to, you know, for example, if I could take the like how you go into, I think it's storage room A, if you like go into all the storage room areas and like the first one on the right, if I'm able to like take those shelves that are right there on the right, put them in storage room B, if I'm able to take like the wall where I put all the backpacks and all that and like move that into storage room C, like if I'm able to take the aspects of all the individual things in there and like reconfigure them to something that like best suits me and my brain and my organization and how I enjoy to have stuff around there. If I'm able to reconfigure that stuff, I think that'd be a big change I would love to see.
Yeah, you're not the first one that says this one, but it's nice to see. A lot of people think the same things. Like a lot of people were talking about like indeed changing the hideout or something like an achievement system, and that the rewards of the achievements can give you like that you can change the color of your wall or something, you know, and then just to personalize it, make it feel like it's your own hideout and not just
you could have
the
like
same
certain
as
metric
everything.
goals. Like you could tie in that scoreboard where you could be like, oh, if at any point if you happen to get like an above 5 KD, you like unlock this skin or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Just to show that you like got to there at one point or something.
Yeah, it would be cool. My personal suggestion, yeah, and for a lot of people it doesn't matter that much because it's an FPS shooter, but I'm a lore guy. Like I come from World of Warcraft, and I just really appreciate it when quests have actual build-up stories, and when you go to another one, lore is really important to me. Like my personal favorite assumption is that if you go to Resort and you have the bank, you got the tunnel under there with the workers, right? Like how cool would it be? Because we have an extract there. You can get that key. That key's pretty expensive, and then you can extract at Resort. But there's no reason to use that extract because the map is actually too small for it. And it's
I've never used it.
No, and it's the only locked extract that doesn't have any crates. Like there's nothing to loot there.
Yeah.
How cool would it be if behind that door would be like a gun rack with some high tier guns that is being guarded by like a few scavs? Because if you would think a little bit in lore wise, that tunnel has been digged out by the scav boss with his scav brothers to rob the bank. And how cool would it be if they have like their backup gear or like their weapons or maybe some bombs laying around there to blow up the bank? Like how cool would it be if the bank is not even like fully digged out yet? You need to open that door, grab a bomb like it's from Metro, shoot your way through the scavs, and then put the bomb there to get access to the vault. Like how cool would that be? Like then it just feels more that you have like more lore in there. And if they would add something like that to the quest as well, that would be my personal favorite.
Yeah, I actually said something similar to that, not really from a lore aspect, but like I personally think that because I want them to add in like extra layers to like where you can't just have all the cash by spawning near the bank. I think it'd be great if they added an aspect to where if you come in from the tunnels, there's a bomb that always spawns next to it. You have to take the bomb, put it on the wall, and you have to wait like 30 seconds for the bomb to go off, explode it, and you can go in there and get the cash. And if you go on the vault side, then you have to like put in a code that's like sticky note, like the sticky note of the code is like right next to it, the keypad, and you just put in the code, wait 30 seconds, the door has to open. I think that it, certain mechanics like that I would enjoy a lot. And even to that lore aspect you were saying though, I think it'd be pretty cool if like the aftermath of like a robbery, what if occasionally the incentive to have that key is that if you go into there, sometimes there's like an NPC, like just a civilian NPC that's like cowering over there. He's like, oh my God, we just got robbed. And you're able to like, if you like tap him on the shoulder, he follows you specifically and you like escort him to the extract and he gives you like money or an achievement or something.
So cool. And that would be so cool.
Having an escort mission would be crazy. That's like one of the few things we haven't done as like a task yet in there.
Yeah, but then like hardcore, eh? Then if another player kills the person you're escorting, you lose money or you lose reputation or something.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
That would be painful.
Imagine finally getting to level 5 traders and get knocked back down because somebody shot that guy in the head.
Yeah, something like that. That would be crazy. Yeah. Oy. Is there like are you planning on playing Contractors again this wipe, or are you gonna wait till next wipe?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna be playing again. I just got to get back into the groove of it a little bit.
All right. So yeah, after this interview, I'm gonna start up Contractors myself, and I have Sean Smalley joining as well. If you feel like any spare time during the evening, feel free to not even send a message. Just jump into the channel and we squad up.
Okay.
Just make sure to bring a lot of flashbangs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to love blinding people with the flashlights in there. One of the streams I had before I took a small break from the game, was that one I had that I sent you labeled the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna watch the clips that you sent, and then you can give some story behind it. You can tell us as well.
All right.
And I think that's a nice way to interview as well, because unless there's something you would like to share, maybe you got like a nice video coming out or whatsoever. I have the moderators spamming your Twitch and YouTube link in between the times in the chat as well. Like, is there something people can expect from you? Are you working on something right now? No,
just me trying to ramp up some of the uploads, possibly do some stuff more frequently, and trying to have a larger variety in what I'm doing and all that. I think I've taken a break from making like FPS related videos for a little bit, where I only do it like once every blue moon, but I definitely want to try to do more of it just to branch out back to what I enjoyed doing originally and all that. So yeah, I definitely want to start trying to upload more stuff more frequently, more variety.
I get that. All right, I'm gonna grab those clips that you sent.
All right.
You want me that we play them in the order that you sent them?
Yeah, we can. I mean, there's some that we can skip over. Like I like, for example, the cheater one. I just sent that in there because I didn't know if that would ever pop up in a conversation where people were talking about cheaters. I
don't care. We're just gonna play it at some point, and then we can talk about it. So I'm gonna start with at least the clip name, police tear gas.
Oh God.
Anything you want to tell about it beforehand, or should I just play
You know what? I'm gonna let the video speak for itself.
Oh, okay.
Put your hands up and your pants down! This is Showdown PD! Come on with your hands up and your pants down, sir! This is Eagle 1, we're moving in, clear to engage. Tear gas is effective. Boys,
the water bottle.
We got him, go, swarm!
Yup. Yeah,
that is nasty as fuck.
Yeah, the part right before that was that I heard him on the proximity chat, And so I called out to him and I was just like, hey, do you I was like, hey, do you hear me? And he was like, yeah, I hear you. I'm down here, whatever. Or like, he didn't even say where he was, but he was just like, yeah, I hear you. And something about him being friendly, and I was just like, yeah, but I'm not. And so then I turned on the radio voice thing, and I was rushing at him. I was trying to find out where he was. The minute I determined from the proximity that he was in that room, I just started throwing smokes in there, rushing there with a pistol. He had an Alton tier 5 armor,
I saw
and
that.
I came into that raid with nothing but those 2 smokes and that pistol.
That is so sick.
It was disgusting.
It is kind of lame that you can see the water bottle through the smoke. That is so nasty. But
I didn't
that
know that it was
saved your
gonna be a thing.
ass. That saved your ass so much.
I mean, I knew like that he was against that wall, but I had no idea where he was like exactly until I saw those bottles. And that's the reason why I always harp on whenever I'm playing the game that map knowledge is so important.
Yeah.
Because you can know exactly if you hear somebody with a certain distance, you know relatively where they are. If you're chasing somebody, you know like the only 3 possible avenues of escape for them. Like you can cut them off. Like map knowledge is so incredibly important in games like that.
All right, I'm gonna switch to the second clip. That's the clip that Dale made for you, Nagalfar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before I play the clip, we haven't talked about it yet, but you are wearing one of those haptic vests, huh?
Yeah. So my viewers can actually interact with, and this is one of the things I like about Twitch. My viewers can redeem channel points to interact with stuff on my vest, so they can like send a negative feedback, like it interacts and acts like a shock, where it's like a sudden like jolt punch, or they can send like a hug, or like it does passive stuff too, to where if I'm streaming and there's somebody who talks for the first time and it labels them as first time chatter, it taps me on the shoulder to be like, hey, you have somebody new in your chat.
Oh, that is so cool. You also have like the color changes of the chest part, right? Where when you get a subscriber or something, or like you got
the light on there, it just changes whenever you change the feedback, whenever you like adjust the dial.
Ah, okay. Yeah. But is it already fully integrated with contractors if somebody shoots you or whatsoever?
It is not. It is integrated with OG contractors, but not Showdown.
Okay. So, praying that it's going to be implemented soon.
It just depends on the devs, in all honesty. Like, the devs are the ones that have to implement that kind of stuff. It's nothing that can be done on, like, the contractors end. Or it's nothing can be done on the bHaptics end.
Yeah, I get that. All right, let's start this second clip.
All right.
What are you using?
You're gonna see in a minute.
In this corner between us, Wise to my left, your right.
Oh, I got one of them.
His buddy's coming out of you, I think.
Got the other.
Oh my god, is that a spear?
I saw the sun.
I think.
Yeah,
And I opened up my eyes. I saw the sun. I killed the last one. And
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, man.
Someone please clip that.
And keep in mind, I was
Please
singing
clip
that while I was in
Clip
proximity
that,
chat.
please.
oh my God. That is ridiculous.
Essentially,
If someone
what
does
I
a clip, I'm gonna
did
need to look at
to
what timestamp
quote
it was.
invent the new
That was
contractors
so good.
meta, in my opinion, is I took a bunch of angled grips, stacked them to basically be like a giant X from like across the gun,
Yeah.
and have the flashlights with the lasers on all ends of it. So it just and then there's one on the under barrel of the gun as well. So it just covers this huge surface area of flashlights. And anytime somebody looks directly at me, it just blinds them. There's not even that many flashlights, but it's just because they're all spread out, covers
Yeah, I
this
think you have
giant
like
surface
5,
area.
right? Like it's
Yeah.
on both X on the outer sides of the X and 1 on the gun. So 5 flashbangs.
Yeah, yeah.
Flashlights total. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
see,
is
and
sick.
exactly, somebody said in the chat it looked like 20 flashlights. It was only 5, and it's just because they're so spread out, it covers this huge surface area.
Yeah, because
And
one
because, like-
flashlight does already a huge circle, so you don't even need that much. Yeah.
Yeah, well, honestly, part of it is also just because of the intimidation, because I have the flashlight with the laser attachment. So if I turn on the laser, they just see this like grid of lasers all pointed at them, like it's like the predators fighting them.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
Really funny. I've only done like a lot of flashlights, but not like that you build them away from each other to gain like a greater reach of Flash.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you stack a bunch of flashlights on a gun, it doesn't really make it brighter necessarily.
No.
But if you spread them out like that, it just covers such a huge surface area that it. And also, even when I don't turn them on, somebody comes around a corner and sees the spear with the giant X of angled grips, and they're like, "What the hell is that?" And they freak out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that I will tell you also, that is the max. That is the max of attachments you can put on that. Right now in my computer, I am running an i9 14900K and a 4090 Founders Edition's graphics card. If I pick up another attachment while holding
game
that gun
crashes?
to where it like has that UI of the things popping up green for you to put other attachments on it, my game will go about like 10 frames and I'm like borderline crashing. That is the max that you're able to do with that.
I have literally done the same, but then just with like just many attachments on it, and I literally had that my game crashed every time I picked up the gun. The way how I was able to fix it was to put the gun on a gun wall and then take the attachments off the gun while it was on the gun wall. That was last wipe.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would crash if I just picked up the gun. So I was literally like talking with Smalley last wipe. Let's just put that gun on our backpack and throw it in the map and then just wait till people pick it up and see them crash mid-raid.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, that was a gun that I was like, look, I know that you guys like this gun and all that, because I was playing with two of my friends. I was like, for the love of God, if I die, you leave that gun on the ground. If you pick this up, you will not make it out.
No. Alright, I see you have also a clip you named Cheater?
Yeah, we I didn't know if anybody would want to see that, but we ran into a cheater. I mean, we can either show that one or skip it. I don't care either way.
Cheaters I'm always curious about. What kind of cheater was it?
Oh, if you want to see it, you can we can play it and you can see the
We're playing
the
it.
construction tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the heck did I just get shot from?
Just before I keep playing it, I have 1100 hours in this game, almost 1000 raids this wipe, 2 cheaters in my whole lifetime in this game.
I will say, there is a severe lack of cheaters in here, which I'm actually happy of. Like, you'll occasionally run into, like, dupers, but not anything like this, necessarily.
okay.
Like, this was very rare for me.
Dude, no.
Are you running behind somebody, or is that your team?
Yeah,
Wait,
there's a
what?
naked up there that I'm chasing.
Huh?
Yep.
What?
161 meters, that's not possible in that tunnel.
That's a cheater. That's a cheater.
Yeah, and look at the gun he used. It was an M19, one tab, MK318 to the back of my head.
50 feet away.
And also the context here. So he shot the naked I was chasing. He shot my friend that was about 20 meters behind me, and he shot my friend that was outside near the front of bank, all within the course of about 5 seconds. He one-tapped all of us, like shooting through the walls.
Yeah, you don't even see where the bullet comes from. What?
Yeah.
That is so weird. I have never seen something like that.
Wait, what? What?
Yeah, it was wild seeing that guy. Because it was
Oh,
it was
yeah,
something
yeah,
really
I
didn't
see
expect.
where he shot from. Oh,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you see the bullet hole that goes into the wall? Yeah.
Yeah, but that came from there. What
Came
is
from
on
where?
from the left?
Yeah, I mean, like, he came from, like, the left directionality, but for him to be, like, 160 meters, he basically, like, shot through the walls, like, he's, like, sitting in some building somewhere just shooting people through the map. Like, and I can send it to you if you're interested, but I've seen a few, or I can show it to you if I can find him again. I didn't, like, follow him or anything, but I've seen some clips get pushed to my TikTok of this guy that just shows his cheats in Contractors Showdown, and he literally, like, goes into the raid, and he can see box outlines of all the players through the map, and he's able to just aim in a direction and fire, and they just instantly die.
That is sick. Bro, how? Not sure how you called this clip.
Oh, yeah. So this in here, I get stuck behind a box and a little crate and everything. I am essentially stuck, unable to move. I ran out of food. I'm starving to death and bleeding out.
Oh, yeah. I've been in that situation as well.
And the thing that made it worse, the reason why there's so much light there, during that raid specifically, I put a bunch of flashlights inside my backpack and activated them, so they're just a bunch of flashlights aimed upwards, showing where I am at all times.
Yeah, and that stuff doesn't work anymore. But yeah, that was a big thing. Yeah. Oh.
Does it not work anymore? Because I can still do it on the angle
just to
grips.
let you know, I literally can't move out of here, so you're free to
If you
kill
put it
me,
on
I
an angle
guess.
grip and turn it on, then it
Oh
stays
yeah,
active
then you
in the
can do
backpack.
it. Then you can do it.
Yeah. So,
What? No way!
I mean,
while
I'm
I'm
not
stuck,
lying on that front.
bleeding
I
out and
literally
starving
am
to
stuck,
death,
dying of
like
hunger,
I
and
just
I can't get out of this
like I
corner.
just hand tossed a grenade over there and killed him.
You know how? Did you get out of this situation?
You know what? I did. What ended up happening after that is because I don't know where the rest of the clips are. I think the VOD, like it's past the time where I could make another clip from that VOD. But after that, I somehow managed to, like, I took off all my gear just to jump slightly higher to get out of that box. And then I picked up that guy's gun, drank his food, or drank his water, ate his food, and then after I was like halfway through looting all of his stuff, trying to survive, then his buddy pops up out of nowhere. His buddy starts shooting at me, and then I kill him with his friend's gun.
Oh shit!
I was like, how? How did you guys not kill me? I was dead to rights. I was stuck in a box.
I see your head now, 18 HP. Like,
yeah, I was. All my limbs were broken. I was having a rough go at it.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
There's
I
no
actually
reason I
found
could've made that
a
read
I
a
found a really easy way to get out of these situations. You gotta go to settings, and then you change the thumbnail or the thumbstick control from smooth to snap, and you put that really high, and then you just keep snapping the whole time, and then it just clips you out of the position that you're standing in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Has worked a lot for me. Dun 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 dun. It's a short clip.
Oh, yeah. This is what I created called the laser boss.
Dun 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 dun.
Jesus.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I like your
Just
humor,
a
man.
3-wipe of me in proximity chat doing the Terminator sound where I was like, dun 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 dun.
Clip that. Let's see.
This was an insane headshot.
Oh! Somebody, for the love of God, clip that.
How many
Somebody,
meters
for
was
the
that?
love
Do you
of
remember
Christ
that?
Almighty.
That was 302 meters exactly.
Nice. Real nice shot.
Gunshots over over Firewatch.
Heavy.
Oh yeah, that one. I definitely probably have a player report on my name after that one.
Oh, I see him. Oh, I'm so screwed.
Where is he? Point him out.
What gun are you
He's on
using?
top of the bridge on
Spear?
the right side.
Yeah, that's the spear.
Yeah.
Top of the bridge on the. I'm literally looking at that. I don't. Oh.
I put the grip on the side of the gun.
Sick
Get
shot.
my leg and sprint.
Sick shot.
Hit him.
Fuck
Nice.
you, buddy.
Thank you.
I definitely got reported for that one.
Head. Silence shot.
The thing is, he literally just peeks. He doesn't know that you're already like looking in that area. And the moment he peeks, he's dead. Like, oh, that's it. I understand. It feels so fishy on his
It's kind
end.
of disgusting.
Yeah, it just feels so fishy on his end. I totally understand that. Sick one.
There's one that I wish I had remembered to send you, but and I'll tell you later after this.
This nice jump shot headshots. I do this a lot.
Yeah,
Jumping and shooting.
it's
I love
so
to do that.
satisfying to just see
Yeah.
a pixel of them go by.
Nice. That had to have killed him, bro. Unless you guys.
I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing.
Got him.
Oh, clean.
I jumped. I jumped.
A
to the left
PP
and I
helmet,
jumped
but doesn't
shotgun
matter.
headshot
Clean
on.
shot. Clean
Thank you.
fucking shot.
There was one incident where I turned it into a YouTube short. I don't think I have the original clip, but I was in Dam. I lost my gun. It was like falling down a hill because I dropped it. Went over, picked it up. Some geared guy with tier 5 armor starts immediately shooting at me. And by the time I put down the ult and face mask, pick up my gun, he's just dead on the ground. And I was like, I didn't fire a bullet. And then I asked my teammate, I was like, did you kill him? And he goes, no, I was trying to figure out where the hell you are. And like he just died. He just fell over and died in front of me, and nobody shot anything. I didn't hear a single sound. And so then I just looked up at the sky and went, Well, if there was ever a time for me to believe, and I did like the Catholic like cross across my chest and everything, I was like, thank you, God, for saving me on this raid.
Which one is this? Didn't give him a chance.
Right now, I see him. I see him.
Do you have like a sticker now on your haptic vest, or?
Oh, that was a different version of the Haptic Vest I was using at the time that had a Velcro patch on the front.
Ah, okay.
Where is he? Where?
Central side. He's at left window. Yeah, same left.
The older model, you're able to change out the Velcro.
Oh!
Oh, dude, that's almost a snapshot.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that was.
Hey, hold it.
I didn't want to.
Oh, sorry,
I didn't want to
sorry.
like send you too many of the same things, but I did do the exact same thing to the mall boss.
Oh!
Like he was just walking down the stairs, and that's how I completed the mission for the mall boss. Is that he was just walking down the stairs, and I got like a snapshot on him as he's walking down the stairs. One tab headshot to the mall boss.
I'm gonna call you a flexor anyway.
It's that bolt action is disgusting sometimes, but it is so nice.
I believe that.
If you get those headshots, it's a real deadly.
Yep. Going towards the fucking tunnel, bro.
So
What
a
is he
little bit of
walking
the
around? I'm sorry, I'm going back. What is he doing?
Going towards.
Well, I'll tell you what happened is he was trying to like look around and hear the gunshots. So essentially, while we're fighting, I'm in there with a trio. My friend dies. We're fighting somebody who killed him. We're trying to surround him over at the rock where that orange ping is. My friend is like engaging him that's like still alive. And as I'm going over there to help my friend, this random other guy just shows up trying to listen for the gunshots of the fights over at the rock. And so he's just standing there looking around and I popped him. And then I proceeded to get into a fight with like a fully kitted separate 3-stack than the person who killed my friend. And while my other alive friend is trying to pin down the guy at the rock, I'm sitting here having to fight a whole separate squad by myself.
By the way, the way how I look at this, I'm not sure how old this clip is, but do you play on like low settings or something? Or is this a different type of headset or wipe? Or is this
What do
just
you mean,
because
like low
of the
settings?
distance? Well, he looks so, I don't know how to explain it, but the character looks a little bit off. Could that be because of the distance or specific settings?
I'm not sure. I mean, my settings are normally set on, like, I think I set everything to low except for the graphics and render distance, which I set to ultra. It could be the monitor that was out at the time. I actually just recently upgraded my monitor, so it could be because it was the game capture on that monitor.
Yeah, he looks a
that it
little
was
bit
like-
chubby. Yeah.
That and I also just recently upgraded my internet. The upload speed on the internet I had at the time was awful.
Oh, he's using
but
PSG.
the-
Yeah, you're right, Kevin.
Yeah, the gun I'm using is the PSG one. That is
Yeah,
one of
so
the
that
most
wasn't a
underrated
different
guns.
wipe. Yeah. Oh, I played the PSG as well. I love it. I even made a song about the PSG.
Whoa, who do you
Killed a
see?
player, killed another player.
Nice.
I was about to tell you my plan of popping an adrenaline running towards her, and I just ran into another player.
Good. Okay. I think he might be getting on the rock. I haven't seen him again.
Fuck!
Six shots.
Oh, I fucking hit him I hit some guy in the head over here.
Okay.
And somehow he was alive after that. I thought I got him in the
What
noggin.
did you use? M61?
I think that was M61, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
God,
is.
I'm fighting a
It's
fucking
literally
different squad over
RNG.
here. Shit.
Oh, you're using M9N3.
Yeah, he's
Wait,
on the
was
rock,
I
he's on
using
the rock.
M9N3?
Yeah, you were using M9N3.
Okay, I honestly couldn't remember. I wasn't looking at it. The drum mag wasn't entirely filled with M9N3 though. Like normally what I'll do is I start out an engagement with M61 ammo,
Oh, God.
but I'll
Got
have
another guy over here. Killed
M9N3
him.
on the
Nice.
bottom of that my container pouch. So at any point if I shoot the first couple bullets, the guy doesn't die, I can like fall back and put the M61 into the replacement of it. So if I shot like 10 bullets, I'll take 10 bullets of M9N3, pack it into the top, then swing back out. And whenever I shoot them, now I'm using M9N3. So like if that first engagement doesn't kill him with the M61, then I can get him with the others.
Oh, give me a
En dat
sec.
vraagt om jou.
Fucking advertisements on fucking Twitch. Since we are nearing the end of the interview, are there people in the chat that actually have questions for VRCentral? Because we have spoken about a lot of things, like about his YouTube career, streaming career, past, present.
We had a real tangent there about Pokemon for a little bit.
We had some Pokemon vibes, yeah.
I didn't realize you were that big of a Pokemon fan. If I'd known that, I would have sent that to you a while ago. I'm not sure if that game is still available on SideQuest or if it got taken down. To be able to like download and play and all that. But if it's not on there, I can just send you a file link on Google Drive.
Do it. Why isn't he wearing his big screen VR though? It's his main headset right now.
Yeah, I normally use the big screen beyond for a lot of my stuff, but it the way I have my room configured, the cable suspension has the headset on the other side of the room in front of my green screen stuff, and so I wanted to be on this side of the room with my all my headsets and this kind of layout and everything. Plus, if I'm doing full wireless like this, with me at my standing desk, if at any point Haya was being too much, I can just be like, screw you, I'm walking away. That's the benefit of a standing desk. I can walk away from any conversation.
That's what we call weak. Ennis,
I have done that.
Ennis
I've
has a
done that in
question.
meetings before where I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck this, I'm out, and I just walk away.
We have a question from Ennis, and I know that you answered this one before, but how many VR headsets do you have?
I'm pretty sure it's around like 14. Because I've got like, and in some I've got multiples of. Like I also had like an extra Quest 2 that, for example, my friend's girlfriend wanted to get into VR, and I was like, I literally have a brand new Quest 2 in the box that was sent to me for winning a VR competition, and I was like, hey, you want this headset? You know, and I just because they really wanted to get into VR, so I just let them have it.
That's generous. Nice of you. Why are you so handsome? This is a real good question. Curious what he's gonna say.
I don't really think that that's the case. I'm pretty sure when it comes to my features, if we're looking in terms of game character development, somebody was like, they got to the screen of the character customization, everything was on default, and then they're like, and I'll be right back, and then they just never came back and finished.
I don't really think that's a good answer.
Well, it also kind of ties into what we were talking about with the like a very short thing about why I started out this channel not really showing my full face or anything, and or my real name, and it kind of just became who I am, I guess. But like it all started out because when you were asking me earlier about college stuff, I actually originally got my degree in accounting. I have a master's degree in accounting, and that's what I was saying with like I have options to make more money if I really wanted to do that and not do something that I'm passionate about, which is making people happy with the streams and the videos and all that. But like I had this stuff of concealing my face and all that because when you're working, especially as an auditor that works with other companies, like you have to be careful of your reputation. There are so many companies out there that I've worked with that like you're handling millions of dollars worth of all their stuff, and like you're supposed to be the professional accountant handling all their stuff and taking care of this client and all that. And if you're taking care of a multi-million-dollar organization, you don't want to risk like their friend or whatever being like, oh look, I found a clip, like look at this funny clip I found online, and it's me doing something really stupid, and then they're like, I think that's the guy that manages my books, and like then it just it gets into a whole thing about
totally
like me being a representative of that company and all that. And so I'm like, I can't have my face out there. But even after I stopped working for that company and everything, I just kind of like continued that trend, I guess, of just like being who I am.
But would you personally care? Like if somebody would ask, I'm not gonna ask you, but if somebody would ask, like, do you want to take your headset off? Like, isn't there like I'm not even sure, like, don't you have like a Twitter or Instagram account where you actually have pictures of you not wearing a headset, or is everything actually with your headset on?
Everything is with my headset on. I don't think there's like any photos out there that exist of like me not having a headset on, or at the very least having like sunglasses to cover up my eyes and stuff like that when I've been to like VR events and things like that. It's not something I'm opposed to necessarily. It's just kind of turned into like the channel of who I am. I'm the guy in the headset. But like we've had discussions in the channel before about like setting community goals or something like that for like, oh, if I get to X number of subscribers, or if I have like X number of concurrent viewers on Twitch, then we'll do like a whole like face reveal thing or whatever.
I got like 2 people asking if we could team up and play Contractors. I can answer part of this as well. We have done this before, and it's always an interesting stream because we're more fighting each other than other people.
Well, hold on a minute. What if we fought each other? What are you saying?
With
like
flashbangs, with flashbangs. Like,
oh yeah, no, that
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, no, I'm guilty. Yeah.
But we probably not today, but if he finds some spare time tonight, he will join. He will squad up with me and Sean, but there's no guarantee. Helena wants to say hi to you, VR. You know.
Oh, hi, Helena. Yeah, I saw you in there earlier, but we were caught up in the conversations and all that.
Wait, is he the guy from the clip that says you are more famous than he is?
Oh yeah, that was me.
That is him. That is him. Yeah. That is VRCentral.
Yeah, and then I said no press and jumped off a railing.
Yeah. He also said something that you can catch me at your mother's house, and like he has a lot of references that we use in our YouTube videos. Yeah.
There like, and that's just kind of how my brain is sometimes. Is I'll say
I
things
love your brain.
that. Yeah, like I say things sometimes and I'm like, oh, this is just a sentence I'm gonna say, and it's somebody, and like someone else remembers it for the next like 6 months because they're like, they think it's funny, and I'm like, this just seemed normal for me to say at the time. This is the thing that just came into my head that I said out loud.
Are we gonna play Pokemon Champions when it releases, VRCentral?
Wait, what is that? I don't think I haven't really kept up. I stopped being like dedicated towards like Pokemon and all that since like Diamond and Pearl, like back on the DS. Like that was my cutoff to where I kind of like went away from it a little bit. Like I still enjoy it, but I'm not like as, you know, buying like every Pokemon game like I used to be and everything. I remember at one point I tried to get back into Pokemon, and I was like, let me just see where it's at now. And I looked at the current gen Pokemon and I saw that one of them was literally a trash bag. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm good.
That is literally the moment where I actually quit with Pokemon as well.
Well, then they just started making a Pokemon that's a trash bag, and one where it's just a
and
ring
a
of
teacup.
keys.
Teacup.
Oh
and
my
like,
god!
I've seen
the teacup.
Yeah, I don't even know the names, but when those came out, like I'm OG, right? Like. I don't really like the new stuff that much. Like it was there in Pokemon Go as well, and I had a lot of fun with Pokemon Go too. Especially when you were going on vacations and you have like those walks on the boulevard and shit, and like the females are shopping and you're just waiting, so you can play Pokemon Go. It's awesome. At least that's how it is for me. Like I'm not gonna say that that's a fact or something, but it worked really well for me.
Nagolfar is saying something about Pokemon Showdown. What if we had an extraction Pokemon game? You go in there and you just chuck a Pokeball at someone's head and go, Pikachu, use Thunderbolt!
Wow.
What?
No, I was looking if there were any more questions. I was scrolling back a little bit, but I don't see anything else. So before before I'm ending this video, I'm gonna actually activate 2 more commands on my stream, because I do have a little announcement. As you guys know, I have my own gun stock. That is this one. The HayaPlays gun stock, and I'm gonna give one away for free. It will be a subscriber only giveaway. The giveaway is gonna open right now. There it is, and we will give this gun stock away next week Wednesday. All you have to be is a subscriber and type !join to get into the queue of the giveaway. and when the winner is picked next week, Wednesday, then I will contact the winner to get like name, address, and all that kind of stuff, and I will make sure you will get your own personal HayaPlays gun stock for free, or at least for a sub.
And your information definitely won't be leaked out.
Yeah.
HayaPlays will definitely not say, and it looks like this person whose legal name is this won from this exact place. I'm going to ship it to your address here. Don't even worry about it. It's between you and me and the 30 other people that are here.
Yeah, but I'm going to keep it on for like a full week, and then we'll see what happens. This is on Twitch? Yes, this is on Twitch. Yeah. But VRCentral, I want to thank you for your time, and I secretly hope that you're going to pop up in the Discord again today, and you're going to squad up with us. And I just see that
Smorley's helping. Smorley's helping 5 more people.
I just see that Smorley is helping some people. But yeah, I want to thank you for your time, and let's hope that we can have at least have some raids together in the future, and maybe even tonight. And I just want to wish you the best, and of course, we keep in touch. We are friends, and we will partner up soon anyway.
Yeah, of course, dude. I always love hanging out with you. We'll definitely try to set aside some time either today or sometime this week.
100%. We will. Just message me so I can announce that as well to the viewers, because there will be probably some viewers that also want to watch us play together. We're talking about contractors. Like, I have a really specific chat, so if I say that we're gonna play together, it can be kind of dangerous what people are gonna expect. But just contractors, yeah, just contractors.
Oh, they're gonna expect seeing the sun.
Yeah, something like that, or the place where the sun never shines.
Gonna shoot them with the sun in the place the sun don't shine.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna put on a break screen with some videos, so I can set up my VR gear and, as well, to play some contractors. About this interview. This interview will be posted on YouTube as well, probably tomorrow, maybe the day after. I will link the video to YouTube as well when it's online. VR.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Then for now, Central, I want to wish you the best. See you next time. And chat, I'm going to put on a break screen. It normally says 8 minutes, but I'm expecting that I'm going to be away for 10 to 15 minutes max. I'm probably going to smoke an extra cigarette today.
Yeah, I know. Talking to me is really stressful. I know you need it.
Oh, yeah, it's really heavy. Do you want to say anything towards the chat before you leave?
You know, the last thing that I will leave you with is the mantra that I always use to live through life. Make sure you stay positive, and if you're gonna do anything, do these. Live your life. Suck titties, spend titties. Wait, I messed that up.
Retake.
Spend fitties.
One more time. One more time.
Pet kitties, suck titties, spend fitties.
All right. Hey, Wise. Talk to you soon, buddy.
Yeah.